Hey guys, it's Adrian Palmore here. I'm the founder of the Conscious Gym podcast. Man, it's been a long time since I've been able to say that to you guys, but look, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back to give you guys an update on what I've been doing since I've been gone. And I also have a few dope announcements that I can't wait to share with you guys on my next episode. So you guys, make sure you guys are tuned in. What I also want to cover in this episode of mental health is the sacrifices in the mental space is going to be able to take for you to pursue your own happiness and your own successes. So I want to be able to go over my own personal experiences, but also what it all entails. So yeah, you guys do not want to miss this episode. So make sure y'all there. You know who's gonna be there. Me and you, we there. We there. I say me and you, we there. I'm back. We there. I say me and you, we there.
Hey, so look, man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did a podcast episode. You guys are now tuned in to the Conscious Gems podcast episode. Conscious Gems. You know what I'm saying? So, really what I wanted to do is, it's my last episode. I haven't dropped an episode in like a year. It's been a long time since I've been able to do an episode, and I think around the last time I did an episode I was in a whole different mind frame. I was in a whole different mindset. I was in a whole different headspace, and I think I've done I've had so much growth. I've been able to cover so many things along the lines of what transpired in my life up until now. So I think what I'll start doing is doing updates on what I've been able to accomplish since my last episode. I think my last episode, I was in the beginning stages of growing my hair out. So as you can see now, you know, my hair dyed. I got dreads now, locks. I got locks now. What I've also been able to do is I'm in a relationship now. You know what I'm saying, with my. So you're gonna try to hide your face. You just been trying to hide, man. You down there was been trying to hide behind the steering wheel, stupid ass. Stupid ass. But yeah, what I also was able to do is I got into a big house. We ended up getting a house together. It's crazy, like we ended up getting a townhouse together. You know, we stay in this little small, what it was, 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Little apartment.
That bit was like
700 square feet.
700. That bit felt like 2 closets in the bathroom, man. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's really great to be able to upgrade from having like a 700 square feet apartment to having a over 1,500 square feet townhome. You know, so really blessed to be in a predicament or a position to be able to go ahead and have that much room and just have that kind of a house. Just how I grew up and where I came from. Another major move that I was able to do was I was able to move my mom and my brother out here to Kansas from Florida. A lot of things that they were dealing with on, you know, on a certain scale was the magnitude of it was just too great for me to feel like they could stay out there and I couldn't do anything about it. Like I just didn't feel comfortable having them out there with knowing I could support them better if they were out here. You know, I just wanted to be able to always walk with my mom in a better situation because I felt like it was always necessary for her to be living in a better life, especially with all the sacrifices she has done for me. I felt like it was only right for me to be able to do what was necessary for me to get her in a better position in all aspects, you know. So with the help of a few people, we were able to get her moved from Florida all the way to Kansas, and got my grandma, you know, who has certain conditions and everything and health conditions. We were able to get her to Georgia. It was tedious process, you know, older grandparents being older in their ways and not wanting to move, and push come to shove, we just had to make a lot of things work because it was was really necessary to be able to get them in a better position. So I'm really excited the fact that I was able to get my mom out here because it wasn't the environment that she was in, my grandma was in, and my brother was in really wasn't well. With being a poverty-stricken neighborhood, money being tight, bills rising, being around drugs, violence, all those different things, and I have a transportation. Waking up at 5 o'clock, having to be to work at 7, so they have to catch the bus to get there. Those are just certain situations and conditions that I didn't put my feelings to achieve a living because I felt like, it's better opportunity out here in Kansas, just come to Kansas, so we can both be able to make those kind of offers happen for what you really want to do, as opposed to working, every day just to pay bills. It's more than life than just working just to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? So I just want them to have more out of life, income experience, what life is really supposed to feel like. While being out here. So that's what I really was able to do, and I'm appreciative to that because where I'm from is not too pretty, it's not too nice, anything like that. I've been home in a year, but it's a lot of drugs, a lot of gang violence, just a lot of prostitution, it's a lot of, there's not too many opportunities for you to feel like you can find your way in different avenues when it's out there. It's only a couple options in my mind that you can feel like you can excel if you start at the right time, so that's how that went. Another big accomplishment was, what else did I end up doing since it's been a year? We were able to move you from Salina all the way to Wichita, me and you moving to Wichita. My updates on my fight career. I think the dopest thing that I was able to do was win, a heavyweight championship title. I was able to win 2. I think that was a really cool experience. Being able to capitalize on the opportunity of being able to fight on the stage and make the most out of it. I think that was pretty exciting. Also recovering from an injury. I think the last time I was doing the episode, I was recovering from an injury, my rib injury, and I think the first fight I took was an MMA fight. And I took the MMA fight with not even having any kind of MMA background, but I was like, it's time to take that step. It's time to take that step. So I just took it upon myself to do it in a smoker fight, and I ended up capitalizing on the opportunity and making the most out of it. And creating some content for that. So, I sort of become bigger I have to make a bigger name for myself. I started to create more Psyborg shirts and just start pushing the brand to be able to let people know that I'm taking this shit serious and that it's bigger than me. Like I want people to understand that it's a different standard when you guys are fighting me, or when you guys are understanding that there's fighters out there, but then there's fighters like me out there. So those are the kind of like things that I want to bring to the brand to the table to show people that, hey, look, this is the type of vibe and time I'm on, and it's only a matter of time before more and more people understand that the type of vibe and time that I'm on is just completely different. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was really exciting to be able to go out there and start competing on such a level. Get a heavyweight title. And after that, be able to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I would say it was my first jiu-jitsu tournament. I don't really have a wrestling background. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years, and I think it was great that I was able to go ahead and get gold in my first jiu-jitsu tournament. I think that was pretty dope. So I was able to do that as an accomplishment as well. I also was able to sign with a management company. Shout out to CKO Combat Sports, which is my management company, and they were able to sign me, and they seen that me and our futures and what we had planned for myself, they aligned so perfectly, and I just took it upon myself to make that stand so I can be able to make sure that I'm making the most out of my potential. So that was another thing that I was able to accomplish with that. I think another thing that I was able to accomplish was, what else we did? Making more shirts. Also being able to start promoting myself more as a brand, more as a person, being more of a household name in Wichita. I think I was able to do that, but have more people know who I am and what I'm about, and knowing that everything that I say, I actually stand on. I think that was really a great thing that I was able to come out with from the year that I took off from the podcast. Oh my goodness, my job. So shout out Little Stars Therapy. That is my new job that I have, working with kids on the spectrum. I work with kids on the spectrum, and it's beautiful experience that I'm able to be able to touch hearts and help them communicate in ways that um, they may not know how to communicate yet. So it's basically breaking that barrier of them not knowing how to communicate and speaking their own language and letting them communicate, making it easier for them to communicate to the world with their own personal language. So that's my new job. I always work with troubled youth in the group home setting, and a lot of things happened to the point where I was, forced to actually leave because of different things that were being told about myself that was lies or being blamed, being put on me in certain ways so other people can save face. So I wasn't in a good predicament. I just want to be in place in a good predicament to be protected when these certain allegations or certain things were being said about me. So I had investigations placed on me, or I had different things that were being said about me, and it almost cost me my life, my career, my everything. So I'm just grateful that I was able to actually come out on top with everything because I had investigation after investigation. I wasn't able to work for like 4 or 5 months with no income coming in, and I exhausted my savings, my checking, and it was just one of those situations where I was like, man, like, what am I gonna be able to do? I had to figure something out. So, I was able to figure something out, and I was able to find me a new job. I was able to find me not only a new job, but I was able to find me a new house. I was able to find me, more time to be able to put towards my fight career. And yeah, I think another thing what was best for me was um, me actually taking more time and dissecting my schedule. I got to the point where now I've gotten a schedule put in place for me to be able to maximize my potential Monday through Sunday. So what I ended up implementing in place for my fight career was actually taking it more, not even more serious, but more so just to the point where it's like I'm putting more time into it. So I had a schedule to where Monday I'll do my wrestling, and I'll do my lower body weight room. Plus I'll go home and watch film. Tuesday I'll do my striking class and my jiu-jitsu class, plus my upper body weight room, and go home and watch film. And then Wednesday I would take a lighter day, which I would just do a technical one-on-one class with my coach, my MMA coach, and also do jiu-jitsu class. Then go home and watch film. Thursday I'll do a striking class and a jiu-jitsu class. Then do a agility day and go home and watch film. And then Friday I did an MMA class and I'll do a conditioning day. Then go home and watch film. And on Saturdays and Sundays was always also my conditioning day. So I was able to up the ante on being able to maximize my time of me being a part-time behavioral health technician at Little Stars Therapy with working with kids on the spectrum, and then being a full-time fighter. So I just wanted to be able to maximize the time I had and then put it towards things that I love to do. So yeah, I ended up being a full-time fighter, and I was able to come out on top with a lot of different things that I was able to do and put my time towards. So yeah, I think that's pretty much giving you guys updates on what's going on. Um, and I had to actually do a lot of soul searching um, with what I had got myself into. I was dealing with a lot of different people. I was dealing with a lot of different things that was going on in my love life, a lot of different things that was going on in my personal life that had me hitting rock bottom to the point where I had to figure out what was it that I was really working towards. I had to realize like, dang, I'm losing my job, I'm losing people around me that I love. I'm losing money, I'm losing all these different things, and what was it? What was the reason for it? And what I had to start realizing was I had to start changing my perspective of why is this happening to me, more so, but not why is this happening to me, but what is it? What is God trying to show me? What is God trying to show me? And that's what I had to realize. Like, dang, this is what it's coming down to. I need to realize what is He trying to show me. And I lost everything. I went from doing all those different things. I was crying every night. Contemplating suicide, not wanting to fight no more, not wanting to be here anymore. I didn't want to do a number of things because I felt like my world was coming to an end. I felt like my close with or people I was dealing with, nobody was really there for me in the fashion that I would want to be there for me in. But it was all my fault. I was bringing it all upon myself. I losing my money. I was getting investigation placed on me, and it just put me in a situation where I felt like, man, I'm losing everything. Everything finna come down on me. I'm probably potentially can go to jail right now. I'm probably potentially, lose my fight career and everything before anything can even take off. And I don't have any way to defend myself with everything that's going on. So I just day in and day out went for like 3 months of depression. I was like 3-4 months of depression. Nobody really had to do about it. I just was like, I kept on trucking, but it was just real bad. I was in a real bad place mentally, and I just didn't really know how I could pull myself out of that. And what I had to do was I had to get myself out of my comfort zone and then really just apply to myself and trust that there was what I had to do is I had to start focusing on myself about what was really going on. What? What, you crazy? You crazy as hell. Girl, you crazy? Man, what's up, dude? Oh! Hey, hold on. Oh, it's cold. Back of my head, cold as hell. Come on, man, you set me up like that, man. Lord have mercy. Okay, so yeah, back to what I was saying. When all those different things was going on with the allegations and the things of me losing my job and me losing money and losing all those different things and losing people around me, and I really didn't know what it was that I could do to get myself out of these situations, and being suicidal and feeling like my world was coming to an end and knowing that everything was going to hit the fan and I didn't know how I was going to bounce back from it. I had to start realizing, like, what I'm going to do right now is going to be now or never, and I'm not knowing how I'm going to get out of this, but I had to start changing my mindset of knowing that I got to start working on me. Like, all these things may me have a reason that it's happening, and I need to figure out why it's happening. And I started realizing that it was things that I had to start learning about myself, and I had to start doing things for myself and being selfish because there was a lot of things that I was doing, and I was hurting other people around me, and it was things that I had to start focusing on that I was doing, and selfish habits, such as thinking that some people owe me things that I had to prepare for myself, or thinking that people had to, uh, thinking that people owed me a sense of being there for me, or people should have understood what I was going through and my previous traumas, and that they should be able to either tiptoe around it or help me with it. But it was honestly a battle that I had to fight within myself, and that's when I did learn that it's time for me to figure out that I need to really focus on myself and deal with what's going on within me and get these these detrimental mindsets out of me, So I took the time to myself and I was honest with everybody that was around, whether it was a female, whether it's a male, whether it's my brother, whether it's my mom. I just had to be super honest with myself and with other people so I could really grow and started putting on this facade of who I would be and what it was that I wanted from people so that I could then be able to be truly who I am, because I wasn't going to be able to get to where I am now unless I put those negative ways behind me. So what I was able to do was, take. What I was able to do was start taking myself serious and actually being able to spend more time alone and really start hyper focusing on changing the detriment of things that was wrong with me. Yeah, I would cry time and time and stuff like that. I would, not want to do or push through with what was going on, and a lot of times it would really hurt because I felt like the things that I was supposed to heal from, that there was supposed to be somebody that was supposed to be there for me to make me heal or make me better. And what I was doing was trying to put somebody in a place of what I was dealing with. What I was trying to do was find somebody to heal me, as opposed to dealing with what it was that was wrong with me. And I think that's what really messed me up, was doing that for such a long time. So when I was really on my rock bottom and feeling like, dang, there should be somebody there to help heal me, it wasn't enough. So that's when I really realized, man, I need to take a step back and really be honest with myself about what it is that I'm trying to heal from, and what it is that I need to try to accomplish, and what it is that I'm needing to do to get to the next step in healing. So I think one of the greatest things what I did was let Lex love me. Like like actually accept the fact that there is somebody out there for me and that they're accepting me for me. Knowing that I have these different, these foolish ways that I was going about things, but they're loving me for me and understanding that there is a growing process with me and understanding that there is a way to love me where I can then understand my full potential of who I am as a person, but also who I am as a lover. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that process alone really helped me guide me and mold me into the person that I am right now, because without that type of love and without my type of resilience of understanding that I was continuing to push forward, I don't think I would have been able to get through those situations at all. So I'm really thankful that I was able to keep pushing, but also that the people that actually stepped in to help me out with my mental health and with what I was really dealing with at that time with my job and with my fight career and also with my love life, or even with everything that I was dealing with. I'm really thankful that I was able to be loved properly and that I was able to put my guard down slowly but surely to accept that there was love out there for me, and I didn't have to really seek it, but I had to just be myself and then let somebody accept me for who I was, because it's better for me to be able to work on what I had to work on and actually be me and work on those detrimental ways that I have, and then have somebody accept me for who I am with those detrimental ways, and then help me work on, those detrimental things. So I think that's the beautiful thing about that. So I'm really happy that I'm in the place that I'm, situation I'm in now, with my new job, my new house, my family with me. It just put me in a better position to be able to do things at a better rate. So now, I've had, my MMA debut. I've been able to make my own, fight shorts, fight shirts. I've been able to sign to a TKO Combat Sports Management Company. I've been able to I've been able to compete at least 10 times, through jiu-jitsu tournament, through smoker fights, through MMA fights, through kickboxing fights, and I think it's just helped me propel me to who I am as of right now. And what really helped me excel was that title fight, and it put people on notice with me fighting such a fighter of the stature that he was on, and then me being able to showcase what I could do on that type of level. I think it really put a lot of people on notice that, oh, this guy's serious, so I'm really just grateful for being in that position. So I think that's all for that life update. You think I hate everything? I think that's pretty much everything without being giving too many details about the other stuff. So I think another big announcement that I would like to make is that I'll be vlogging. So like what I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to start vlogging my life. I want this to be an experience of being able to reflect and look back on as a personal diary, as a you guys looking at my life of what it is and following me with wherever this takes me. I wanted to be as personal. I wanted to be as normal. I wanted to be as funny. I wanted to be as heartbreaking as much as it is. Just be able to give you guys an insight on what it is that I deal with on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, or anything, because I want to be able to I want to document my journey so I can be able to look back and reflect and understand, like, oh man, we started documenting at this date. Look at all the things that have transpired towards then. Because I truly be feeling like my life is a movie and certain things happen in a certain sense, and I want to be able to grasp it. I want to be able to take it in and, be able to reflect and look back on it like, man, this happened at this date and that date and something like that. So I just think that that's a dope experience for me to do. So I want you guys to be able to come with me on this journey as I propel into this endeavor of being the biggest, best person that I can become, becoming one of the biggest and best fighters in the world, becoming one of the most influential motivational speakers in the world, and also just doing everything and anything that I love to do and doing it at the highest standard. So, yeah, I'm going to be a vlogger now. A vlogger. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be uploading my vlogs on my Conscious Gym episode, like Conscious Gym podcast, YouTube. And I just think what it's going to end up turning out to be is just going to be content of any and everything that I do. You know, it's going to have my vlogs on there, may have my fights on there, may have my motivational speeches on there, just a whole thing of everything of what I do. So it's just a one-stop shop of what I do, you know. So it may be one day, it may be me, guys showing you my weekly schedule of what I do when I train. And one day it may be a date night with me and Lex, like what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Or one day it may be, um, a road trip to me doing whatever. You know, I just want to give you guys a personal experience of what it is for me, and then just to me be able to reflect and you guys to know what it is and how I was able to overcome certain obstacles, and then to be able to look back and be like, dang, look what you did in 2022, look what you did in 2023. You know, just one of those kind of things. And I'm really excited to have my little own show. You feel me? And be able to show you guys just me. You feel me? So really excited about that. Apart from vlogging, I am looking to start more merch. I'll be having more Psyborg merch. I'm in the process of being able to do all of those things where I'll have sweatshirts, hoodies, hats, all of everything, so I'm really excited about the process of being able to do that with me being the designer, me being able to go on with the process of doing all that stuff. So I'm really, really just excited about that. What else besides that? What I also am going to be able to do is I'm going to be starting. Should I tell them about the organization? Well, I'll tell you about this, but I won't say the name of it.
More stuff comes in.
So there's gonna be more stuff to come soon. But what I'm in the process of doing is helping individuals, troubled youth, around. Well, it's going to start locally, but it will turn out to be around the world, around the country, helping troubled youth understand mental health and understand that they are, whatever situation that they are in, they will not be there alone. So what I'll be end up doing is in the process of creating a type of
Business motivational speaker.
business, if you will, to be able to travel and be able to talk to these troubled youth and also run different programs and camps, as far as maybe a boxing camp or maybe like a fight camp or maybe like a back to school giveaway or maybe a dance little group or whatever like that. Anything that can get them motivated to understand that they can be engaged with what I am saying, but also getting a fun experience out of what is going on. So that's just a little snippet of what I'm going to be doing, but I can't give out too many details because we still in the lab with it. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's one of the biggest, best things that I got going on as of right now. Any big announcement? Any more big announcement? I'll be fighting soon, more soon than you would expect. But I will always keep you guys updated. Just follow the blog, Just follow the blog, It's gonna be on my YouTube page. I'm gonna start being frequent on there, posting content. Probably every other day, every day, maybe. But I get real busy, so I'm gonna try to stay on this blog thing for as much as I can, so I can just give an inside look, just little snippets of here and there what I'll be doing on a daily basis. Big announcement. I think that's about the episode. I wasn't in a relationship, and now I got a relationship now. You know what I'm saying? Little baby. So yeah, that's how that is. Yeah, and I just think I'm just progressing in a way that I feel like is. I'm progressing in a way that I feel like I'm most comfortable in. I'm comfortable with where I am in life. I'm comfortable with where I'm doing, but I'm also not comfortable with staying where I'm at in life. And I think that's where I find peace, is understanding that I'm in a place of solidarity. I'm in a place of comfortability. And I think what I also am comfortable with is understanding that I'm not going to always stay here. I'm always going to be continuing to push and be better than I was yesterday or last month and everything, and then just continuing to do things out of love. Like, like for instance, I had this conversation with my friend about, oh, hey, he was telling me like, hey, bro, you should look into investing in the stocks and bonds and things of that nature. And my whole objective, my whole mindset and perspective on that was, I can see myself investing in stocks and bonds. Yeah, I could. But will I go the extra mile to do what's required for me to be investing in stocks and bonds in the right fashion? No, I don't feel like I would do that. I wouldn't find myself waking up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning just to be able to invest in stuff like that. But I would find myself doing the extra things that are required for me to be able to wake up and have my own TV show, or wake up and train in MMA, or waking up and vlogging or things of that nature, or waking up and designing my own hoodies or sweatshirts or anything of that nature. Like, those are different things that I want to be able to invest in because I can do it out of love. Those are things that genuinely move me to make me feel like I am doing something that I love and I'm getting paid to do it as well. So sometimes I do it out of love, not even thinking about the paycheck. I do it just thinking of like, how this is going to make me feel, who is it going to affect, and being able to do it on that kind of a scale, and then letting the money be a plus. So when I move like that, it makes me understand that, hey, a lot of the things that I have to do aren't required for just the compensation of money. It's the compensation of being, of loving, of the compensation of me being, of people being affected by what I'm doing in a positive manner. So those are things that I really love about that. So I think another thing that I also want to talk about outside of all of that, I think we're back to the topic of what the whole thing is, this whole episode is supposed to be about. Like, I think I gave you the updates and announcements of everything like that. I don't think I missed anything at all. So yeah, I was able to make a new logo with my Psyborg logo and stuff like that. So I think now what I'm able to talk about is the pursuit of happiness and what it means, and also the sacrifices that come along with the pursuit of happiness. And I think that's just where I'm going to be able to start out with that. So in my mind, my personal opinion of what I feel like the pursuit of happiness really is, I think what the pursuit of happiness truly is it's basically you finding out what it is that you want to do and how you and what you love to do it, and being able to take on what comes with it. I think the pursuit of happiness to me is that entirely. I think we're all in our own realm in the pursuit of happiness of trying to figure out what it is that we love to do and what it is that makes us happy and what it is that we truly feel like will make us happy in the end, whether it's long or short term. I think that we're all in our own pursuit of happiness. The reason why I think this is pursuit of happiness is important to talk about right now, because that's really what life almost is about. It's really all of us finding out what it is that makes us happy, how happy does it make us, and how effectively can we continue to do it for it to continue to make us happy. So I think that's really all that it is. And I think what people, I think what really trips a lot of people up is not knowing what makes them happy. But I think what also messes them up is not only not knowing what makes them happy, but also like not knowing when to start their pursuit of happiness, or not knowing what it is, or not knowing how to go about it. Like for instance, I knew that early on. I always wanted to be one of these people that talks to people and gives them my perspective of what life is, or what it is that I had to go through, and kind of use my life as a testimony to let people understand that this is what I went through, and this is where I'm headed, and this is what happened, and this is how I overcame it, and also this is how this humbled me. Things of that nature, to be able to let somebody know, like, man, that happened to me, or man, he's put his situation in such a way that makes me understand. It makes me feel like I can then now feel empowered enough to do the things that I would want to do, even if they do seem a bit far-fetched. So I think that my pursuit of happiness came from me understanding that, okay, look, now I found out how what I want to do as far as what I want to do in life in general. Whether it came down to fighting, whether it came down to me ultimately talking to people, helping them with mental health, or spreading spreading the word of mental health and what it means, and erasing stigmas and understanding how people are dealing with certain things on a different scale and in different tax brackets and different worlds and different, so I had to start doing my research about how to go about those different things. And I think the great thing about it is what I realized was like I asked the right questions and I continue my pursuit by finding out how do I go about doing this. Ultimately, what it is that I needed to be doing to be able to get to be doing that particular thing. So, like for instance, if I knew that I wanted to play football, I had to realize like, okay, what scale do I want to play football? Do I just want to play every day? Do I want to do this as an opportunity for me to provide for my family as a career path, or do I just want to kind of do it on the weekends with a couple of friends, go out there and just really just have a little fun? Like I had to figure out what it is that I want to do on my scale, on what scale that I want to accomplish those kind of things. Um, so once I figured that out, I had to figure out that you know what So what I want to do is just wrap up what I was saying before, is that it's going to take a different set of commitment, a different set of discipline, and a different set of perspective just to get you where you're going, because it's going to be different things that's going to be put in your life and in your way to be able to either deter you or stop you or slow you down. But it's always going to be up to you to remain to your different disciplines, which would be being committed, being resilient, and being able to just stay the course. You know, you may have to take the long way, and another person may have to take the short way, but that's not your journey. They're on a different path. Maybe they may not even end up staying on the path that you see them being on, because God may have some in for them to be able to accomplish to do. So just step in your purpose, fulfill your purpose, and just be blessed to be able to be you. And just understand that if it is a place that you're going, if it takes you a longer way to get there, how about you just stay the course and make sure that you get there, as opposed to feeling like you're taking a longer way just to get there. As long as you get there, you happy. Because I know when you look back, you think about, dang, I had to go through all these different things. Maybe you had to learn more things maybe you had to learn more variables and more lessons, because those lessons were going to be needed, and those mindsets and those different things that's going to be needed in those lessons were going to be able to be utilized once you make it to the destination that you're going to. So if you're taking a long way, maybe it's a long way because you have to learn different things along that long way journey, so that once you get to your destination, you can utilize the things that you learned on that longer journey, so that you can continue to stay at the destination. So it's a beautiful thing in that process. So you just make sure you stay the course, because the pursuit of happiness is not always a beautiful pursuit. It's not always a beautiful pursuit, and sometimes it's a lonely pursuit. But you just make sure you stay the course, because I can definitely tell you this: if I tell y'all right now that I'm gonna be one of the biggest heavyweight fighters in the world, I'm probably a couple of y'all like, yeah, that sounds good. A couple of y'all like, bro, you ain't even did nothing yet to even show that you even halfway that decent to be able to do something like that. But then I start making a little bit more noise, and then I start making it more reasonable for somebody to debate on it, to know that, yeah, he's getting closer and closer to being that. Then all of a sudden it sounds like, man, this whole time he believed in I truly do. But it's more than just being the biggest fighter in the world. I don't want to be one of the biggest fighters in the world. I want to be one of the more like biggest household names in the world, like Snoop Dogg, Shaq, something like that. But my thing is, I'm gonna just take y'all on a journey, and y'all just follow me, and y'all just gonna really be able to see that everything that I'm telling you right now is not even in no cocky way. Whatever I'm telling you right now is gonna be a reflection of my hard work, so I'm able to be able to keep you up to date with what it is that I'm actually trying to do. So I just hope that y'all enjoyed the podcast episode. There's gonna be more things dropping soon. But yeah, just follow my YouTube page. Just type in Conscious Gym, or type in just Conscious Gyms podcast, or just type in Adrian Palmore podcast, and just take you right there to it. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. I keep you guys updated on the blog and on the fights and on everything. Make sure you follow my page on YouTube, subscribe, like, and y'all take this journey with me while I become one of the biggest and best. So I'm a heavyweight in all aspects, not just in the ring. So HIAA. I'm a heavyweight in all aspects. Make sure you guys protect your peace, and make sure you keep your mindset clear and beautiful. You guys have a blessed Saturday.